Hi guys, Merry Christmas Eve to everyone. I'm getting ready to start my family's festivities for Christmas Eve. Every year, my daughters and their boyfriends, they come up to our home and we all get together and we play games and we have holiday snacks and we just have a really good time. So I'm getting ready to prepare for all of that. I've got a lot of baking to do and cooking and stuff. But I had to come into my office this morning to ship some orders out. So I wanted to jump on here really fast and make a quick video. Um, I forgot to pull up on my iPad. I forgot to pull up the video so I could see if anybody is chatting. But I'm going to discuss today about some messages that I've been getting from people. I get messages a lot of times from people wanting to know how they could get started selling. And I wanted to discuss that today with you guys. This is more for people that are really just kind of starting out selling. But then some people that are already selling on Poshmark may benefit from this video also. Okay, I'm just getting all this stuff pulled up here. I'm sorry, I forgot to do this ahead of time. But anyway, like I said, I've been getting a lot of questions recently about how to start selling. And so it's getting a little bit hard to keep messaging back people and explain all of this to them. So I thought that I would come on here and just do a quick video to talk about it. That way I could refer the people that are asking me the questions to this video. But first I wanted to say, if you haven't started selling and you want to start selling, Poshmark is probably the easiest platform as far as listing and shipping. And so I'm going to touch on three different things. First of all, if you don't have any money to start selling, but you want to sell, what I would suggest you do is you go through your closet at home and get out things that you no longer wear and start with that. And actually, you know, I've been selling online for many, many years. I became a member on Poshmark back in 2017, but I actually didn't start selling until 2018 because I kind of in my head, I've been on eBay for so long. I kind of thought that there was nothing better than eBay and nothing could compare. And so I really didn't give Poshmark a chance. I just kind of took it for a joke. And so I had my account for a while. And then I was like, well, I'll just pull some stuff out of my closet that I no longer wear and I'll list it on Poshmark because mostly we sell boutique items on eBay. And so I just was like, well, I'll give it a try just to try to get rid of some of the things that I already have. So I did that. I went through my closet and I listed some items up on Poshmark and they sold really fast. So I was kind of surprised about it. And I was like, wow, well, this Poshmark thing might be something that I need to get into. So I started listing my boutique items on there and my thrifted items on there also. And it just took off from there. But the point of me telling you this is that if you really have no money to start selling with, but you want to sell, that is what I would suggest you do is start with your own closet. And you can even go through your home and find hard goods that you're no longer using and sell those on eBay. That's a great way to start. If you have some money to invest in it and you want to start selling, I would suggest you can always still do that. Go through your closet. But I would also suggest that you go to yard sales. If you have a Goodwill bins in your area, go to the Goodwill bins. You can get clothes for very, very cheap there. Even hard goods also you could get there. Get that, start selling that stuff on Poshmark. That's a good way to get started. If you have a little bit, to no money, do that. If you have money, a good bit of money, and you want to start selling. People have asked me about pallets. Okay, I have not did pallets. I've never done that. Just because the stuff that we sell, we do wholesale. We sell that kind of stuff, wholesale, brand new items and thrifted items, and that keeps us busy enough. But I've never done pallets. but I think pallets can be a good thing if you have the money, because if you're going to buy pallets, you need more to invest. But I think that could be a good thing if you have the money to invest. I don't have a company that I would recommend or anything like that, but if you do have enough money, pallets could be a good thing. And also purchasing wholesale. You need more money if you're going to purchase wholesale, because most wholesale companies have a minimum order that you have to order. So those are the 3 ways I would suggest you get started, depending on how much money you have. Okay, so that's the first question that I always get asked is, how can I start selling? The number 2 question that I always get asked is, how do I get daily sales on Poshmark? Because we get sales every day on Poshmark. Hi guys, I see you guys coming in. Merry Christmas Eve to y'all. But the number 2 question I get asked is, how do I get daily sales on Poshmark? So I'm going to touch on that today. And I'm going to do some screen sharing and show you exactly what I do. Now, I have made some videos in the past showing about this, but you know, things tend to change on Poshmark a little bit. And so I'm just going to do another video just to show it. But the first thing that I would suggest on Poshmark is that you share your closet at least 3 times a day. Okay, Poshmark is not a platform that you can list your stuff and forget it. If you want to get sales daily on Poshmark, it's important to share. And some people do not feel like it's important to build your following on Poshmark, but I actually think that it's very important that you build your following, because when you share your items, those items are seen in your feed. And the people that see those items are your followers. And yes, some people do searching on Poshmark to find the items that they want to purchase. That is true. But also, you know, on the feed, you get visibility. And so the more followers you have, the more visibility your items are going to get. And there may be a customer on Poshmark that is not looking for a certain item, but they happen to see the item on their feed and they like it and they'll purchase it. So that's why I think it's very important to build your following on Poshmark. And what I do with that is I go into the new, what is it called? New people, I think is what it's called. I go and I find all the new people that have just registered on Poshmark, and I just go down the list and I follow all of those new people. And another thing that I do is I find people that sell a lot of the same types of items that I sell, and I go into their closet and I click on their followers, and I go into that and I just go down the list and follow all of their followers also. But so that's the number 1 tip, though, is sharing your closet 3 times a day. That is definitely what I recommend. Some people can't do that because they're selling online part-time on the side and they have jobs throughout the day, and it's hard for them to share. But what I do is I get up every morning, first thing before I get out of the bed, I share my closet while I'm still in the bed. I just go in and I share my closet. The second time I do it, sometimes I actually share 4 times a day, but 3 is what I would suggest to be the minimum. The second time that I do it is around lunchtime, because the reason I pick that time is there's usually a party going on, but also people are working and they're on their lunch break. And so I figured, I know when I worked a 9-to-5 job, I always ate my lunch and then I would get on my phone the rest of the time that I had. And so I figured that's a good time to also share that people may be on the app. And then around 5 or 6, more like 6 o'clock, and 7 o'clock also, because there's always a 7 o'clock party going on. I always share around that time because people are getting off work, they're coming home, they're getting their dinner done. And a lot of people are just on the app browsing and looking. And a lot of people are on there just for the parties. So even if you have items that cannot be shared to that party, I still share my items to my followers anyway, because there's a lot of traffic on the app at that time. Now, the 10 o'clock party that happens, if I'm awake and I feel like it, I will share to that party also. And that's usually a party that any items can be shared to. It's not a brand specific party usually. So I will share to that party also if I'm still awake and I feel like it. So that's either 3 to 4 times a day that my items get shared. And then my third tip is going to be to do offer to likers. And I know I've seen where a lot of people do it different ways. Some people will wait until, like, let's say Friday, and they'll send out all their offers to likers. And that's fine. I mean, people can do it however they want to do it. I'm just saying what I have found that works for me the best, that gets me daily sales. So when I see somebody has liked my item, I go in right away and I send an offer to liker. And I always do. Sometimes it'll be more just depending on the item, but I always do the 10% off with $1.50 shipping. Now, if they're bundling a lot of items, I would give them free shipping. But I always do that right away. And it was actually on the Poshmark blog, and the CEO also, he recommended that you do offers to likers right away, that it's been proven that that gets more sales when the item is fresh on the person's mind. And, you know, nowadays, and I've read this on a lot of the Poshmark groups on Facebook and stuff, people say that when they go on Poshmark and they like an item, they're doing it in hopes to get a discount from the seller. So I think that's just kind of became the standard on Poshmark. People kind of know, maybe not the new people, but most people on Poshmark, I think they kind of know if they want to buy an item, hit like, and they're going to get an offer. So that's what I do. But I'm going to do some screen sharing, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do as far as the offers to likers, and then how I make bundles for people, because I think that's another thing that really gets us a lot of the sales. So let me go into here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Let me see. I always have trouble with this. Let's see. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, so this is our Poshmark account here, and we have, my husband has an account, and then I have an account. So I'm using those two accounts to show you this. But first, I go up here to news. And like I said, you guys that are experienced on Poshmark, you guys already know how to do this. But I'm doing this for people that are not sure how to do the process and how to get the sales every day. So I go into my news feed, and I go right here, and it shows you who has liked your items. So right here, this is me. So I'm going to go in and click on this, and then I'm going to go to price drop, and I'm going to hit offers to likers, and I'm going to come over here to the calculator, and I'm going to do 10% off, and I'm going to give them $1.50 shipping discount. And so I build all that into my price already, because I already know when I list my item that I'm going to do this. So I build the 10% and the shipping discount into that. Okay, and then I'm going to go back, and a lot of times people will like multiple items. So I'm going to do it. This would be the same buyer. I'm going to send them a discount on this item. And what I do is, if they like several items, I send a discount, an individual discount on each item. Okay. But then what I do, if they like more than one item, once I send them all the individual discounts, because they may only want to buy one of them, but just in case they want to buy every item that they have liked, I go in. Oh, let me go back. I go in and I create a bundle for them. And if you're not familiar with this, this is a good way to get sales. But some people aren't sure about how to bundle. Some of the buyers, they're not sure. But if you go into the item and you go right here to likers and you click on their name, it's going to take you. Hold on. Okay, it's going to take you to their page. And then, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's an icon up here that I'm circling my cursor around, and it's got like a little shopping bag. But if you click on that, And then you go up here to the top right corner. There's like a pull down menu. And if you click that and change it to switch to sale view, it's going to pull up down here what the person has liked from your closet. So I'm going to pick those items because let's say this is a bunch of items that they've liked in the past. I'm going to pick the items that they just recently liked. And this is one of the sweaters. So I'm going to click the little arrows that are going clockwise. I'm going to click that and hit their name down here. I'm going to hit share to that person, not to my followers. I'm going to hit share to that person right there. It's going to show up at the very top under search. So I click that. And it doesn't always show up. There's some kind of glitch in the system. It doesn't show up, but I'm going to show you how to get that to show up. Then I go down here to the next item and I do the same thing. I click that rotating arrow going clockwise and I share it to them again. Now you could come back up here and hit switch to shop view and then go back in and hit switch to sale view again. And there it is. It showed up right there. You see, guys? So that's some kind of glitch going on in the system. I don't know why, but I have seen a lot of people complain about that when they go in and they share their items to a bundle, that it's not showing up. And so as you can see, that just happened with me. But all you have to do is go in back to that pull down menu and click switch to shop view. And then click it one more time and hit switch to sale view. And then your items will show up. Okay, so what I do here, once I get the person's items in a bundle, I go in right here to offer, and I will, if you have items listed multiple sizes, it's hard to do this, but a lot of you guys are selling one-off, so it'll be easy for you because the size is right there. But if you have an item that has multiple sizes, it's harder to do this because you don't know what size the buyer is. But there is a way that you can figure that out by going into their sale card or closet card or something that it's called. But anyway, you go right here to offer, and then I do 10% off of this bundle. Okay. And then I give them, depending on what I can do, I will do the $1.50 discount, or either I'll give them free shipping. So I'm going to do 10% off. You have to figure it up in your head or with a calculator. So that would be $125 for those two items. And then I do, let's say, $1.50 discount on shipping. And then I hit submit and I send them that offer. So what this does is it gives them the option, if you do it like that, if you do the individual offers and then you do the bundle offer, it gives them the option to buy the individual items if that's what they want, or it also gives them the option to have the bundle and save on shipping costs. They'll pay $6.95 shipping or whatever, $4.50 or whatever, with a discount for both items. They won't get charged $4.50 or $6.95 for each individual items. So that is what I do. And I also will come right here into comments and I will leave them a comment and I will say something like, hi, thank you for visiting my closet. I just made an offer that includes a shipping discount. Or you could say an offer of 10% off with a shipping discount. And you can say, please let me know if I could be of any assistance to you, or if you have any questions. You know, that's just a really great spot on there to communicate one-on-one with the buyer. So this is what I have found has brought me the most sales on Poshmark. I do this every day. I have packages to ship every day. And so this is what works for us. It may not work for you. I don't know. You may not want to do the offers to likers every day. But if you are having trouble getting sales daily on Poshmark and you want to increase your sales and you're not doing this, this is definitely what I would recommend that you do. But like I said, I get these messages all the time from people and they're asking me these questions. And it's hard to go, especially with the bundle. It's hard to explain that to someone on social media or, you know, through text or whatever. So I just, you know, I thought, well, because I was actually on the phone with someone that was wanting to know this stuff the other day for a couple of hours. And I was like, you know, I should just do a video. And then that way I can tell them, you know, hey, you know, just go look at the video and it explains it to you. That would be easier. But I figured if they're having questions about it, you know, so many people probably are questioning it. For some of us, you know, it's just like second nature. Like, you know what to do, especially if you've been selling for a long time. Like, you just kind of, and if you spend a lot of time on the app, you kind of figure all that stuff out, which is what I did. Like, I just figured all that out of how to do it. But for some people, you know, they have trouble understanding how it all works. So I just wanted to help them out if I could. But anyway, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm getting ready to go bake and cook and get ready for our family function that we're having here today. I've got to ship out orders because we got several orders over the weekend. Actually, I was surprised. I thought that once, you know, the rush of the holiday shopping was over, that the sales will slow down, but actually our sales picked up over the past, you know, couple of days. So, and I also figured that everybody would be broke, especially like in our wholesale account on Poshmark. I thought, well, nobody's going to probably really be ordering merchandise right now because everybody is probably, you know, so broke from Christmas and everything. But actually we've done really good in the wholesale account. So, but anyway, hey, Gina, I see you're on here and new to you, Flipper. I hope you guys have a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I don't know if I'll be on anymore before the new year or not, but if not, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to get off of here and thanks for joining us today. And I hope that this has helped for some of you that may be watching the video to come in the future and you've had questions. I hope that maybe this will help you guys with your sales. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please leave them below in the comment section. If you have a way that you are getting sales on Poshmark, be sure to share it below. Everybody would love to see that because my way is not the only way. Like, there's many different ways to do things. Okay. And we all would love to share and see what everybody is doing. All right. Take care, guys.